want to do a real quick tutorial on flesh tones. A lot of people have asked me about that, and this is for a Caucasian baby and what works really well for me, and maybe it'll work well for you. So this is what I do. This is how I start my babies, and this tutorial is more for people who've already reborn, who are just beginning, who kind of know the basics. But even if you don't, this is how you would start off. Obviously, if you're going to start off, you would wash your kit and dry your kit. And then you would bring it here, and you would start with, I buy from Bountiful Baby Flesh 06 and Flesh 08, light and dark. And what I do first, this is my experiment arm. This is just ugly. Just don't look at it. There's like glass beads all over it. This is an experiment, poor arm that's been tortured. So this is not like my work. This is just, would this look good? And then you clump it on there and you're like, oh no, that looks really bad. So anyway, the first thing you would do is you would get the Flesh 06 and you'd put one very, very thin layer on the vinyl. One very thin layer. If you get a thick layer, your baby is going to have this ugly chalky look. So it has to be really thin and watery. So you put one layer of the 06 on there. That's what it looks like. Then you bake it. Then you get it out of the oven, you let it cool off, and that's when I do my veining. Because if you vein first, it really soaks into the vinyl and it looks harsh. But if you do one coat of flesh and then vein, it just looks better for some reason. And don't make the mistake of making these really thin, tiny veins like here. Let's see. See if you can see that. See that little tiny vein? It looks like it was drawn on with the marker. You don't want to do that. You want to do a real... You need a little brush like this. It'd be a lot thinner than this one. Like a little tiny brush like this. And when you put your veins on, you just kind of do that. So it's thicker, so you don't have these like, oh, I drew it on with a pencil type veins. But anyway, okay. You did your one layer of light flesh, 06. You baked it. Your veining is all done. And one day I'll do a tutorial on veining. But your veining is all done. So what you do next is you go to your light 06 again, and you do 4 very thin layers of that on your baby. Again, very, very thin, 4 layers. It takes time. My method takes time, but I promise you, your baby will look good when it's done. It'll have a beautiful skin tone. I see people whipping out babies, and they just do one skin tone and they're done. You know, it's like, okay, skin tone, layer. No, you gotta layer it. When they say, like, many layers of Genesis heat paint, however you say that, it is many. It is many layers. The more you do, the more real your baby's gonna look. But anyway, so you do 4 more layers of that, very thin, and when you're done with that, you do 4 layers of that, very thin. Sometimes you can get away with 3. It just depends how you think your baby looks, but this will work for you. 4 of that, very thin. When you're done with that, 4 of that, very thin. It's Flesh 08. There's 06, 08. So you do your first flesh, then 1 coat of 06. Then you do all your veining. Then you go back to the 06, and you do 4 more coats. When you're done with that, you do 4 coats of the 08. Your flesh is done. You have a beautiful skin tone. Don't go by this arm because it's my experiment. Poor baby's arm. But you will have a beautiful skin tone when you're done. Now I'm going to skip to your baby's all painted and you're done, right? Now you're going to want textured skin. Some people think of textured skin as being kind of hard with bumps. Some people love that. I don't. So what I do is I get, this is Genesis thinning medium. It's a thinner and it looks kind of like a gel kind of goopy. It looks a little bit like the matte, Genesis matte, but it's creamier. That's what you would say. So what I do, your baby's all painted up, now you want them to have the look of pores. And that's what this does. It'll give your baby looks of real pores. Not hard, but it'll look just like a real baby. You'll see it'll give his skin to look just like real skin. I love this stuff. It really works, you guys. So what you're going to want to do is put just a little bit of thinner in the cap, the thinner cap. Just a couple drips. That's what I use. Just a couple drips of thinner in there. Then you scoop out a big wad of this. I can't really do it right now. I'm just an example. But a heaping scoop. You put it in there and you mix it really good. Okay, now what you're going to do, you're going to have a big scoop of this that is mixed, it's creamier, and you are going to spread it on one of these cosmetic sponges. And the best example I can say is you're going to butter it like you would a piece of toast. You butter it and make it nice and smooth and even. Once it's even, you take your baby and Let's see. And you pounce the heck out of it. Just pounce, 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 till it's all blended in, kind of soaked into the vinyl, and not thick. Just do, 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 and you will start to see little pores. It'll be amazing. So you just keep doing that. You reapply as needed, and then you bake just like you would everything else. I think it's 265 for 10 minutes, something like that. And when you're done, you're going to have a baby with beautiful skin and little pores. So I go over it again. People hate it when I do this, but some people love it when I do this. So you start off with one layer of 06, very thin. Bake it. Then you do your veining, bake it. Then you do 4 layers of 06, very thin. Bake it. Then you do, when you're done with that, you do 4 layers of 08, very thin. Okay, your skin tone is complete, your veining is complete. We jump to the end, and that's when we did the pores, the look of pores. And we got the genus thinning medium, it's hard for me to say. We poured a couple drops into our thinner lid, just, a little bit in there. Scoop some out and mix it around till it's nice and creamy like butter. And then you spread it on your sponge like butter. And then you pounce the hell out of your baby's arm. Yes, I said hell. But that's what you do. You pounce the hell out of it. So it soaks in, it's blended and all that. Bake your baby. You have beautiful skin and you have wonderful little pores on your baby. So I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, please send me a message. My next tutorial, I'll show you how to vein and where to put the veins, and how to not make the common vein mistakes of making them look like little lines. Where was that? Where was that? Oh, right here. Yeah, you don't want it to look like that. They should be a little thicker and a little bit lighter. So I will show you how to do that next time, you guys. I hope this helped. All Bounty for Baby. See, I can never talk. I say it in every video too. I have no talking abilities. There is something wrong with my tongue. But everything is from Bountiful Baby. So 06, 08, and thinning medium. So light colored first, dark colored last. Beautiful, beautiful Caucasian skin. So I hope this helped you guys. Send me a message if you have any questions. And this is Vampire Elf. His name is Bites. And I just made him and he's ready to go in my Etsy shop. So that's all I got, I think. This is the thinner I use. There's a lot of different thinners you can use, but this one you can buy at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And that's it. So let me put these together. There you go. Thanks for watching. Love ya. Stay cute. Bye.